are not lining up to fight Golovkin. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But maybe Golovkin gets that fight with Canelo Alvarez, and then from that point on, if he could manage to win and get that big name on his resume, get his name bigger, maybe it becomes a more enticing fight, and hopefully those guys are willing to fight Golovkin down the line. I want to ask you about another fight that involves another UK fighter, and that's actually Amir Khan.
Okay.
A lot of people are actually saying that Amir Khan actually has a chance in this fight versus Canelo Alvarez. What's your opinion on that fight? Do you give Khan much of a chance? And how do you think he could frustrate Canelo in the ring?
I like Amir Khan. I'm a fan of his. But I don't give him any chance against Canelo. The problem with Amir Khan is a combination of three things. Number one, he doesn't have a very good chin, and Canelo is going to be the strongest, biggest guy he's ever been in with. Number two, Amir Khan's defence is very, very average. He's quite easy to time. He's quite easy to catch clean. We've seen him caught by fighters with a lot less skill and a lot less timing than Canelo. And number three, he's quite easy to cut the ring down on. He's quite easy to position against the ropes, to put back, to put him into the corner. I mean, just look at the success Chris Algieri was having, pushing him back to the ropes. And I believe that was Chris Algieri's first fight at the full 147-pound weight. And Chris Algieri was walking down Amir Khan. He was pushing him into the corner and putting him on his back foot. A guy like Canelo Alvarez is a different level to Chris Algieri. He punches so much harder. He's much bigger. He's much stronger. He's just a better all-round fighter. I could see Amir Khan having early success. Amir Khan is an elite boxer. He's an elite mover. He's got excellent speed. But eventually, I think Canelo starts to bank shots to the body, starts to slow him down slightly. And, rounds 4, 5, I can see Canelo starting to position him with his back to the ropes. And to be honest with you, I think Amir Khan gets knocked unconscious within 15 seconds of his back touching the ropes. I really do.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Amir Khan is definitely going to have to avoid those ropes if he wants to have any chance in this fight, because that's the thing about Canelo Alvarez. In the center of the ring, he doesn't exactly throw crazy combinations unless he sees you in a very vulnerable position. And I expect Khan to really be on the bicycle in the center of the ring. I expect him to really be moving and trying to turn Canelo and not really let him get his feet planted. But I think Khan is quick enough to definitely get that done, right? So in the center of the ring is where Amir Khan is going to have his best chance. If by any stretch of the imagination Amir Khan ends up on those ropes, it's definitely going to be lights out, I think, for Amir Khan, man, because the way this guy throws punches, it's just going to be a bad thing. Because even if he manages to get off of the ropes, the thing about Canelo is he's very disciplined when it comes to going to the body, man. He loves to go to the body. And if he's facing a guy like Amir Khan, who he knows is going to be moving around, who's going to be the lighter guy, he's going to want to definitely take some air out of those wheels, so when the later rounds come, he'll be looking at a much slower, wounded target. So I look at him tearing down that body and then even probably coming to the top with a couple of hooks. And if that fight does get on the ropes, I agree with you. Amir Khan is going to be knocked unconscious. Do you think there's any possible way that Khan can win this fight, or are you just saying that there's just no way, it's a complete mismatch, and you expect Canelo to just walk through Amir Khan with no problems at all? What do you think?
Yeah, I've got to, I lay my cards on the table. I don't think there's any chance at all of Amir Khan winning this fight. If you look at Amir Khan's fights, look at the way Lamont Peterson walked him down. Look at the way Chris Algieri walked him down. Guys like Marcus Maidana, I think even Luis Collazo, Julio Diaz, look at the way these guys were able to hurt him. Canelo Alvarez is the toughest fight of his career. It's the best opponent, the biggest opponent, the hardest, strongest opponent. And for me, even if by some miracle Khan develops some punch resistance, he's not going to be able to develop the punch resistance and the defence and the ability to stay off the ropes. And he needs to develop all three. And even if he does develop all three, I'm still not picking him to win, because him having to box back foot 12 rounds straight against a high pressure fighter like Canelo, who's an underrated boxer, you know, an underrated counterpuncher, an excellent selector of punches. You know, it's going to be a real tough ask, and I don't see him winning. I just don't. But I'd be delighted if I was wrong. I'd be delighted if I was wrong. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be tough, man. It's definitely going to be tough sledding for Amir Khan because, like you say, this fight's going to take so much movement. It's going to take so much energy for Amir Khan, you know, just to stay alive, just to avoid being hit. And then when he gets hit, you know, is he going to have the energy? Is he going to have the punch resistance to stand up to the bigger guy who's basically going to be a light heavyweight in the ring? Is Canelo, man. He's going to be like 170, 175 we're talking about.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, this is going to be a really tough fight for Amir Khan. And the thing about Khan is he's at his best when he's letting his hands go. And, you know, is he going to get in the ring and really trade with Canelo? Or is he going to get in the ring and make the mistakes that he's made in the past by hanging in the pocket too long, exchanging too long? You know, he's going to have to really, if he's able to tag Canelo, he's going to have to be disciplined to realize, hey, man, danger. Sure, you hit him, but you got to get out of town because you are dealing with a guy who is a better counterpuncher by the day. You know, one thing you could say about Canelo Alvarez, I know he takes a lot of criticism and a lot of things like that, but one thing I'll take my hat off to him is every time we see this kid in the ring, he improves. And, you know, he was in there with a very good boxer in Miguel Cotto. Now, obviously, that was a very close fight, but you cannot deny that Canelo definitely held his own in that fight. And he hit Cotto with some beautiful shots, man. And I feel like Amir Khan just doesn't have the physical ability to stand up to those same levels of shots.
Absolutely. And another thing to factor in is, let's not forget that up till relatively recently, Amir Khan was campaigning at 140. You know, for this fight, he's obviously going to weigh in at 155, but we're expecting him to enter the ring, you know, in the 160s. And I don't know if you've seen the photos of him online, but he's released some pictures and he looks like he's put on a lot of size. He's obviously been lifting weights, trying to add muscle for this fight. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Clearly, Canelo's going to be a light heavyweight, you know, when he steps into the ring. So Amir Khan does maybe need to beef up. But at the same time, Amir Khan is a guy who relies on huge speed combined with huge punching output. And if he's going to be going around with an extra 10 pounds of muscle on his back, you know, if he's going to be a career heaviest by some way, how does that have the potential to affect his game plan? Could that actually be a negative, given the fact that for this fight he needs to focus on constant movement, constant speed? You know, for me, that's another concern that plays into Canelo's hands here.
You're actually right, man. I agree with you. That's a great point because at the end of the day, you know, Amir Khan has different advantages than Canelo Alvarez has. Obviously, Khan's advantage is speed. Usually when this guy gets in the ring with somebody, he's always the faster guy. But it looks like he's had to basically try to beat Canelo at his own game by sitting here trying to bulk up and get stronger. At the end of the day, overnight, you are not going to become a stronger fighter than Canelo. That's Canelo's strength. Yeah. So I don't know how much this plays into the game plan of Amir Khan. Maybe he wants to be able to be strong enough to tie up on the inside if he needs to. You know, you never really know. But I'm hoping that, you know, he understands that he cannot stand there and exchange with this guy because he is getting in the ring with someone who is much stronger. He's going to have to stay on his outside and box a beautiful fight, almost a perfect fight, kind of like how Floyd Mayweather did when he fought Canelo Alvarez. The question is going to be, is Khan capable of doing that? And we will see. It's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I was very disappointed that the Kell Brook fight didn't get made, but as the weeks have passed, you know, I've kind of forgotten that disappointment, and I'm now really, really excited for this fight. It's a great fight.
I agree, man. So that's pretty much it, man. You got anything else you want to add to that?
I think we've covered the main topics of the day. It's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Absolutely, man. So have I, man. This is Boxing Gossip, guys. Go subscribe to his channel, man. Terrific channel. It's a great channel if you want to stay up to date on UK news. So especially for my UK subscribers, definitely go subscribe to Boxing Gossip. And even my American fighters as well. If you want to learn more about these UK fighters and other fighters in general, it's a great channel. I'm Joker Boxing. That's Joker Boxing 44. Subscribe to me as well for boxing news and updates. We really appreciate you guys joining us. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you think about these fights. What is your opinion? Who do you see winning? And, yeah, let us know what you think, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot.
right, man. We got a lot of work done, huh?